Mercedes-Benz Company's Supply Chain Strategy. Introduction. The blistering development of various firms and companies could characterize the modern world. The fact is that society has shifted its priorities, promoting the development of small and large businesses to satisfy its demands and choose the needed goods. Under these conditions, companies should align their efficient functioning to compete with other actors who try to win the rivalry and take the market. In terms of this competition, all aspects of the company's functioning are significant. That is why the thought-through supply chain can guarantee an excellent advantage for a company. Choice of the given company. Cogitating on the issue of supply chain and its management, it is possible to take Mercedes-Benz as the background for the discussion. The choice of the given company is predetermined by several facts. First of all, it is one of the most potent and popular international companies in the world, with an income of about 129 billion euros. Obviously, the company's success could be taken as significant evidence of the attention given to the slightest details. Being one of the key factors of the success of any company, the efficient supply chain is of significant priority for Mercedes-Benz. Due to this fact, it is possible to start the analysis of the given issue. Traditional supply chain. A traditional supply chain involves several canonic points. These steps describe the whole production process, starting with the materials needed for manufacturing specific details and ending with the ready product. However, every ring of this chain has many peculiarities which determine the level of the company's performance. Under these conditions, one realizes that the design of an efficient supply chain is the most critical task for any company that tries to guarantee its prosperity and profitability. Mercedes-Benz is no exception, and it is possible to analyze every point in order to understand the pattern according to which an efficient supply chain could be designed. The analysis. First of all, the company pays great attention to this issue. For example, it invested about 90 million euros to make the given chain more efficient and reorganize it according to the new conditions. Mercedes traditionally uses only high-quality materials for manufacturing its cars, which is why the suppliers are chosen very carefully, taking into account their image and the quality of their products. Being the first point of the supply chain, it creates the basis for the functioning of the whole company and helps to achieve high standards appreciated by the company. Every car created by Mercedes consists of many components, which should also be of good quality and promote the improvement of the company's image. Mercedes manufactures many components that are used in its cars. However, there are still details that have been bought from some other suppliers. In these terms, the company makes a contract outlining the number of the needed details and fixing the price. Moreover, quality requirements should also be outlined. The components supplied by some other manufacturers are used in the final products created by Mercedes, and their price influences the cost of the car. It could partially explain the traditionally high price of Mercedes cars. However, Mercedes remains the leading manufacturer of its products. That is why this point of the supply chain is under the complete control of the company. To maximize customer value, all stages of the car assembly are controlled by various specialists who investigate various showings and ensure that products meet the standards introduced by the company. This practice can achieve several purposes. First of all, it helps to avoid various spoilages in the production of cars, which, in turn, could help to save the company's image and promote its development. Secondly, careful examination of goods could help avoid the recall procedure when the whole line has to be returned to the manufacturer. Logistics is one of the most critical aspects of the whole supply chain. The fact is that about 20% of the car's value is determined by this very issue. That is why Mercedes is interested in creating an efficient pattern for distributing cars. There are several ways to do it. The first one implies the creation of plants in regions with a high level of demand for cars. It could save money spent on the delivery and make it more efficient. The second way is the introduction of the company's representative offices in countries or regions that are expected to demonstrate a high level of interest in the company's products. These two ways are used by Mercedes in order to curb spending and lower the cost of cars, which could lead to an increase in the customer's interest in the products. Finally, another important aspect of an efficient supply chain is the sales process, as it has a great impact on the functioning of the whole company and customers' attitudes toward its products. That is why Mercedes pays great attention to this process, controlling the main steps and suggesting certain recommendations that could help increase sales. First of all, the company is open to its customers and provides all information connected with a particular car or line. Besides, the company has also introduced the practice of test drives in order to insinuate customers into its confidence and improve its image. Finally, Mercedes provides a guarantee on all cars manufactured by it, underlining the outstanding quality of its products and its care for the customers. The company uses its centers situated in various countries to increase the level of sales and improve the level of performance of the company. Conclusion. Analyzing the given facts makes it possible to make an inevitable conclusion. The supply chain is extremely vital under modern conditions as it creates the basis for the further development of the company and dramatically impacts the functioning of all its departments. It consists of several important aspects which cannot be ignored. Being an outstanding company, Mercedes-Benz has an efficient strategy that is used to control and organize its supply chain. The company's primary goal is to improve its image and maximize customer value, which is why it devotes significant attention to its supply chain.